What's up, everyone? I'm back again with another UK game hunting pickup video. I did already start recording this video, but I was pretty tired from work that week, so I never posted it because it was a bit not really negative, but I wasn't really getting involved in the content, so I didn't want to post it for you guys. So I'm posting it now. I've got more stuff here. You can probably see in the camera view. I've got some stuff next to me that we're going to go through. There's a lot here, and there are dozens of free games as well that I've managed to pick up. I've had another good month. Some stuff here is from the London gaming market, which I was at on Sunday. I've picked more stuff up last night, and I've actually picked more stuff up today whilst at work. I had someone come to drop something off at work for me, and then I picked something up on the way home. A bunch of free games. So we'll go through all of those. So sit back. This is going to be a long one, longer than the last one. And I hope you enjoy this one. So let's do it. So starting off with the first part for this, I'm going to go with straight into the negative bit. I kind of got sucked in with a post on Facebook Marketplace, which was 43, 45 original Xbox games, and it was £20 asking price. I offered the guy 15. He took it. So I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. There's some great titles there that I wanted. I don't have most of my Xbox original collection is pretty tame. There's probably about 20 games there maybe. So this would have really boosted me up on that. It would have been £15. I didn't read the description properly, and I don't know if it was there. The guy said it was there, but I picked this up after work in the dark. And then when I got home, I paid the guy the £15, or the guy's roommate, and I got home and then started going through the games, and then I noticed something a bit funny. So let's find one here. This is probably a good one to show because you'll probably be able to see it. So this is FILA World Tour Tennis, and you can see the pixelation on there where these are actually all illegitimate games. That one doesn't look too bad actually. It looks pretty legit from the front, but they're all black cases, black DVD cases with either prints on. So to play these you need a modded Xbox, which I do actually have a modded one, but it's not really what I'm after for collecting, so I'm going to probably try and move these all on because they're illegitimate and I don't really want them in my collection, but I've got them for the minute. It's not really a big deal. It was £15 and there's loads here, so I could probably sell them to someone that's got a modded Xbox to get my money back. So that's not really the biggest problem in the world, but that was the only downside to pickups in the last 4 weeks, I would say, was that I jumped straight into picking something up which was illegitimate, but we don't care for now, because the same week I managed to pull off a massive score, actually probably one of the biggest scores for a while, and something that I often do is, especially at work, and with my close friends, is mention that I collect games, have the conversations that it's something that I do, play a lot of games, collect games, bring it up in just small talk conversations at work really. So I did that, and someone from my work was like, her and her partner had recently moved. We got boxes of games and stuff. If you're collecting, do you want to have a look through it? So I was like, yeah, sure. She was like, I'll bring it to work tomorrow. So they did, and I asked how much for this box of stuff, and she was like, nothing. You can have it because it would just taking up space in the house. So in this box here, everything I'm about to show you now was actually all free, which is always good if you are collecting. So to start off with was just a general white, pretty good shape Nintendo Wii. Could do with a clean up. With, I think there's 4 controllers with the hand grips, nunchuck and controllers. So for Wii's, can't really flip Wii's for much money, but I'll probably keep this for now, even though I've already got a white one, because I have an event that I kind of want to do with this. So that was handy to take. So along with the Wii, there was actually a bunch of Wii games as well, so I could go through them if I can find them all. I could do those ones first, I guess. So let's just pull them out, because I've got a whole big box, a massive box here full of stuff. So The games that I got for free on the Wii are Manhunt 2, Rayman Raving Rabbids, The Ant Bully. That's actually still sealed. I don't really care, to be honest, but everyone has Wii Play if you have a Wii. X-Men Origins Wolverine, again factory sealed. Mario Strikers Charged Football. Well, I think I already have that, so that will probably be sold. And then another one that I really like is Zelda Twilight Princess. I already own this, so I will sell that again. But again, or anything in this box, I'm not going to complain at because I did not pay a penny for any of it. Moving on next, there's more in the box. So a couple of Xbox 360 controllers, no console. Just one's a bit dirty, it's been coloured in, but it's not the end of the world. I could probably clean it up. These are always handy to have because I have Xbox 360s coming out of my ears. So it was good to get a couple of extra controllers. There's a bunch of Xbox 360 games in here as well. Some that I don't own, some that I do own. With the Xbox 360 games, there was one Xbox original game. This one is the only legitimate Xbox original game that I've picked up. There's no manual, but it's not the end of the world. It will go in there, and it's Lynx 2004, which is a golf game. Not really the greatest, but I don't have it, so it will be going straight into filed into the collection. A lot of the others are sports games. So for the Kinect, they're just the usual sports fitness ones, and Kinect Adventures, which I already have. Everyone has that if you've got a Kinect. UFC Trainer. Probably won't ever play it, but I've got it. Racing games aren't really my thing, but there's quite a few in here. MotoGP 07 and MotoGP 06. I don't have those, so they'll go into the collection. Kinect Sports, already have that. Everyone does, like I said. And a ton of FIFAs, FIFA 07, FIFA 06. I got these already. So they're a couple that I'm not really too fussed about. Just some random little bits down there. So Need for Speed Carbon on 360 I needed. Split Second Velocity on 360 I needed. So they'll be going into the collection. There's a random loose copy of Gears of War here with a crap case, so I don't really know what I'll do with that, to be honest. Gears of War 2, great game. I've already got about 10 copies of that. Halo 3, great game. Flashpoint Dragon Rising. Conflict Denied Ops, I think I needed that, so that will go into the collection. And Kane and Lynch Dead Men I already have. I did enjoy that actually when it came out. So there's still more in the box here of free games, so I don't know how many games I've listed off so far, but there's one. The one PlayStation 3 game was Little Big Planet. I did thoroughly enjoy playing that when it came out. I already own it. And then the next group of games are all Xbox One, and they didn't cost me a penny. And some of these versions I did actually need for the collection. So I'll start off first. I've got Halo Wars 2, which is a game that I did need, but it's loose in a DVD case. Day Zero edition of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I do have this game, but I have a different edition, so I'll probably be keeping that. Evolve. I thought that game was going to have a lot of potential, but when it came out I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but I've got it already. Halo 5 Guardians, I do have the Legendary Edition. So because of that I have a digital download of the game, so it's nice to now have that as a physical copy. Rise of the Tomb Raider, I didn't own, so it's good to have that. Titanfall, I already own. And Destiny, again, a game that I already own. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Xbox One games there, which I didn't pay a penny for. A whole stack of Xbox 360 games, and Wii games, an Xbox original game, and Wii games, and a Nintendo Wii, and some controllers. All which did not cost me a single penny, because someone said to me, oh, I've got loads of game stuff, just from having the conversation, and I managed to pick all of that up for free. The Wii's complete, it's got loads of controllers, nunchucks, the sensor bar, all of the cables, so I'm happy with that. The next thing on the list to go through, as in a bonus of 3 games. So if you're from the UK, you know what I mean when I say a 10p bag for life. And I picked these up this afternoon. I don't know if you can see them properly, but these are supermarket bags for life, filled with Xbox 360 games, which again I did not pay a penny for. So I don't know how many here, and I got these off one of my best friends who said that he's been sitting on them in his room for a long time, and there's literally, the bags are full to the brim. I'll post in the description how many there actually are, but there's literally tons and tons. 2 bags full of Xbox 360 games that I have just picked up today and not paid a penny for, and a lot of them I did actually need, so that's a lot of them going straight into my collection. So thanks Dean for those. Oh god, it's all falling over. So literally here's the other bag. It's just literally filled with tons and tons of 360 games. Too many for me to go through right now. Nothing overly too special, but there's a lot in there that I did need, which I will be filing away after this video. What can we go through next? So I've been playing the Assassin's Creed games again. I'd never finished Unity, but I jumped into Syndicate, which I did own. I do own most of the, well, the ones I don't own are Origins and the new one. So I've been playing again. I don't like skipping games, so I've gone back to Syndicate to finish that before I can play the other ones that I've got. And I did enjoy it. I picked up, because of that, in game I picked up for £2 a copy of Assassin's Creed Rogue on Xbox 360. Now I do already own Rogue, but it's factory sealed and it's a promotional copy, so I probably won't open it. That's why I've bought this one to go through on 360. I picked it up for pretty cheap. Again, with that, for Xbox One I picked up Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection because they were the best Assassin's Creed games for me, and it was a £10 in a shop near work, so I'll go through those again. And then the only other game I picked up in the shop Xbox One was State of Decay 2, and that was for some inspiration to a game that I'm actually working on myself. I like State of Decay, and the game that I've been working on was that was good for some reference, so I picked up both of those. Not too much for the both of those, to be fair, so that was pretty good. Other than that, being down in Portsmouth, I've had a lot of pickups in Portsmouth that have not cost me a lot of money. One of those things being a boxed NES Mini, which I didn't have. I've got the Super Nintendo Mini, which is unboxed, which is at my girlfriend's house, which I gave her. Ideally, I'd like to get one of those boxed as well, but I picked that up for, I got that for free with an N64 that I bought, and I picked this up for really cheap in the box, so I'll set this up somewhere, or I might even put it at my girlfriend's house because she enjoys playing those. They're pretty easy to set up, so that was good to pick up. I've wanted one of those since release, and I got that really cheap. What else? Oh, another thing I picked up in Portsmouth, which I've been after for years, and I got this out of some profits. I didn't pay too much for it, and it's in great condition, is the Legendary Edition of Halo 3 with the Master Chief helmet. I picked this up from a guy from work in Portsmouth. He was getting rid of loads of his collection, and he gave this to me for £70 I paid for this, but I have been after it for years. I missed out on a chance to pay 20 for it a few years ago, but this is in really good condition. He's really looked after this. He was a big Halo fan, and he gave me the copy of Halo 3 that comes with it, Halo 4 and Halo 1 and 2 on the original Xbox, which I already own, so that was nice of him. More stuff down in Portsmouth that I picked up was something that I needed, was the silver GameCube. So now I have the purple, the black and the silver. I did not pay a lot of money for this at all, which was great. That's always good. The same night, fun enough, I picked up another GameCube. This one more locally. I picked the silver one up in Portsmouth and then picked this one up in Sutton, and it was, well, the other purple one that I had been sold, so I managed to make my money back for what I paid for both GameCubes on selling one, so the silver one was effectively free for me, so that's good. Oh, where are we at? So I'm going to just pop that down there quickly. Now, a few weeks ago I was in the barbers. A couple of weeks ago I was in the barbers, and I scroll through the Facebook Marketplace a couple of times a day just to where I am, see if there's anything. And there was a lady that posted a boxed PlayStation 1. I'm pretty sure this was the exact one that I opened on Christmas, quite a long time ago now. And she posted this for £15 in the box. The box isn't in the greatest of shapes, but I don't own a boxed PlayStation 1, so I really wanted to pick this up off of her. She wanted 15. I messaged her and she said that someone has already messaged. But it turned out that they wanted her to post it and she didn't want to post it, so she messaged me straight back and was like, hey, it's still available. The person that was going to buy it wants it posted. She's not doing that. Can I pick it up? And I said, I can indeed pick it up straight from the barbers, which I did. And it turned out it was her son's, who now lives further away, and he'd been back with her for the weekend and they were clearing out the house and they found it, so that's why she was selling it. And whilst he was there, he asked if I was interested in a Mega Drive. I had £20 on me and it was 15, so I said, look, I've got a £5 on me. How much do you want for it? And he was like, yeah, just give us the £5. So he gave me a Mega Drive, Sega Mega Drive, for £5 extra. This has 2 controllers with it. I do have one of these already, so I will be getting rid of it. And it did have a bunch of games with it, and there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. The Aquatic Games is the loose cartridge. I think I've got that. I've got the James Pond ones somewhere. I don't know if it's this exact one, but if not, that will go with my collection for loose cartridges. Art Alive, I think I've got as a loose cartridge. Not the greatest title of all time. One here that I am interested in playing actually is Wiz and Liz. I don't own that. There's another game here, Flicky, which I didn't own. Pac-Mania, which I do have. And then the last game, one that I have wanted for a while, which I hadn't really gone to source to look for, but I've stumbled across it. So I got these games and the Mega Drive for £5, and that was a boxed and complete version of Altered Beast. And I've wanted that game for quite a while. I've been playing it because I also picked up, I can't show you in the video because you're on the camera over there now, but I have a TV set up over here, old box Sanyo TV, which I've been after because you wouldn't be able to see, but there's 2 32-inch monitors here, and I've got another one over there, and then next to that is now the old school TV, which a lot of my retro consoles are actually hooked up to. So all for 20 quid, I got the stack of Mega Drive games, the Mega Drive, the 2 controllers, and the boxed PS1, which for me, out of profit, I didn't pay for it. I paid for it, but not out of my own wages, because this is all be generated from me selling stuff that I don't own to buy stuff that I do want or that I do need, and then again get rid of the stuff that I do have to keep putting the money into the game room without me actually spending my wages, because that goes to other things. Moving on to the next part. So Sunday was the London Gaming Market. It happens 3 times a year, I believe, at Russell Square, Royal National Hotel. I met up with a friend from uni, Amir Baksh, and I did see a good friend of mine, Ben Shaw, as well, which was good to bump into him. So the gaming market, obviously there's vendors there that either do sell games and buy games for a living because they own independent stores, so there's a lot of stuff that's expensive. Now, all of my collecting I'm really savvy with. I don't pay a lot of money for stuff. I will go to the gaming market if I've got something set in my mind that I can't find, which I won't mind paying a bit of money extra for, which again doesn't come out of my wages because I'm saved from the generating money for the game room from selling stuff. So I picked up this time an Atomic Purple Game Boy. Now this was pretty cheap for me for there. A lot of them were in between 30 and 40 pounds, and I got this for 20. And the vendor that I bought it from actually left a game in the back, so I got a bonus game, which is Spider-Man, which I didn't own. So altogether, that's a pretty good deal, to be fair. This is one of the Atomic Purple ones that it does look a bit brownish. It has lost its colour. It's not very vibrant like the back part is. The back is more, you won't be able to see it. My camera for this isn't very good. I need to get a new one. But it's kind of lost. It looks like it's been tarnished from the sun. But for 20 quid I didn't own it, so I will pick up one that's a bit more vibrant eventually, and I might use this as a test one to backlight myself. So I can't complain with that. And I picked up a grape coloured Game Boy Color, which I did have when I was younger, and I lent it to a friend of mine who didn't give it back. He lost it. So I picked this up for, I think it was about the same price as that. But I'm gonna sell this one because I do actually have another one. It's just not in my collection here. So I'll probably sell this for what I've paid for it to someone. I have a feeling who I'm gonna sell it to. There's a cool guy that buys bits off me every now and then. So I'm gonna message him and see if he wants that. So 2 Game Boys from the London gaming market, and then the last one, I was looking for a fantastic N64s, either the green, the purple, the red, or the orange, and they were quite expensive. Now I don't know what you would call this colour N64. It's the one with the greyish or clearish bottom piece, and then the icy turquoisey coloured top. I think it's the Japanese import, but with a UK power supply, it should be fine. I paid 50 for this. Now, a lot of the other nice looking N64s are in between 80 to 120, maybe up to 150 boxed at the market. So with what I had left after buying the Game Boys, I thought, you know what, I'm not in any rush for some of the others at the minute. I can get the money back and buy those. This is a pretty nice colour, and the independent shop near where I work in Portsmouth do have one of these for sale for 80. So for 50, it was fine. I was able to pay for that, and it's got all of the cables and the controller. So this will look nice going in the game room somewhere. I just need to find space for lots of this stuff because I have got so much stuff that I picked up recently. Then going on to more, I have 2 more things to show you. One thing that I picked up today, and one thing that I picked up last night on the way home from work. Now I drove a long arse way home yesterday to pick this up from a Facebook find. So we'll go with today. A guy dropped this off to my work. He was asking, I can't remember what he was asking for, to be honest. But I've picked up a bunch of Sega Saturn games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sega Saturn games. So we'll go through those. Virtua Fighter, which I already have. Sega Rally Championship, again, which is a game that I already have. Daytona USA, I loved playing this in the arcade. It's probably the racing game that I played most in my life in arcade. So I've wanted this to play on my Saturn because I have the steering wheel, so that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to playing this. Firestorm Thunderhawk 2 and Fighters Megamix, as well as a nice and tidy Sega Saturn console, which will be up for sale. That is going up today, with which will be sold with Virtua Fighter and the Sega Rally, because I already have those. So I'll be getting rid of this. So keep your eyes peeled. Let's put that down. And then the last but not least, probably one of my favourites. I'm going to have to get up to get this. So I picked up last night, this was on Facebook Marketplace for £20, and it's the original Xbox 360, but the packaging is the Gears of War and Gears of War 2 variant. Now, if you know me, you know that Gears of War is my favourite franchise. My original Xbox 360, the same Xbox which is in this box, I have the Gears of War 1 bundle. I also have, from the Gears of War 3 Gears of War console, the Xbox One Gears of War 4 console. So this variant with the box, I probably would have paid the money for the empty box, to be fair. But it does have the Xbox inside. There's a bit of sun damage on the front of the box, but for the age, it is in very good nick. So I paid 15 for this. I am very, very, very happy with that. This is probably my favourite pickup out of all of them, maybe apart from the Master Chief helmet, which I have down there. So as far as what I can see here, I am surrounded by a bunch of stuff. You keep an eye out on Instagram because I will be posting on there where stuff is for sale. There is quite a few bits up at the moment. The Sega Saturn is going to be added to that with the Sega Mega Drive. So I've got Sega Mega Drive 2, and this Sega Mega Drive will also be going up for sale with some games. So keep your eyes peeled. Let me know on my Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description if you are interested in buying any of them bits. But that's it for this video. There is one more thing actually. Sorry, I did pick up some sampling packs of the 20th anniversary XY Evolutions Pokemon TGC 20th anniversary reprints, the XY Evolutions. So I already collect those. I've got quite a few. There's only a few that I need for that set, and I thought these were pretty cool because they're the sampling packs. There's only a few cards to each, so I picked up a few of these. They were really cheap off some guy. So I picked up those as well, and I did get some more from a friend of mine. He's been to Japan recently. He picked me up some stuff from Japan from the Pokemon Center, which is cool of him. Thank you very much for that. And I think that is it. Although I did have one more Gears of War thing actually. Not games, but games related. So let me just grab it. Oh, it's over the back here. So the box is super damaged, but these go for quite a bit of money online with a box that is in shape. Now this isn't going to be worth, the box isn't worth much, but I wouldn't be selling this anyway. But this is the Gears of War first released multi-pack of the action figures, and it comes with all of the Locusts and the characters in there. Augustus Cole, Locust Drone, the Sniper, and Marcus Phoenix. Now they're all in there. I absolutely love the Gears of War series and the figures. I do own loads. I do look out to get these when I can, and I was lucky with this. They do come in a box. Like I said, the box is tatty, but for me, with something like this, for what I got this for, doesn't matter. Now I picked this up again off Facebook, and it was free. I messaged the lady and she said, I'll leave it outside my house, here's the address. I drove there and this was there outside the front door. Now the figures that are in here individually sold are in between maybe 15 and 30 quid that online, and I got I think there's more than what actually come in here. There's about 5 in there, and I got them for free with the box, so I cannot complain with that. But that is the end of the pickups here. I'm trying to look around and see if there's more, because there has been so much stuff over the last few weeks of what I've managed to pick up. So this Sunday is a boot sale day. Sunday just gone, when I went to the gaming market, fell through because of the weather, but I've seen that they've posted that this Sunday, that in a separate location, there's a boot sale. So I'm going to attempt to get there to pick up some stuff on the cheap. So if I do, and that will all go into the next video, which will be in a couple of weeks once I generate enough stuff to actually show you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave me a comment of any of your pickups or what you would like to see from my pickups. I am going to be trying to get some live pickup videos, but it's a bit awkward with having a phone in someone's face, and I don't particularly want to use my GoPro for it. It's a bit creepy, but I'll figure it out. We'll get something, and there will be a lot more content coming. I am running out of space, as you can see behind me. There's a lot of a lot of my shelf space is taken all around me, and my sibling still hasn't moved out, so there's a lot of stuff behind this sofa that you can't see, which actually needs to be shifted first before I can set other stuff up. But I am still buying, I am still selling, and I am still collecting. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a comment. If you didn't, leave me a comment. Who cares if you didn't, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you did. There's a ton of stuff here this week, and I didn't actually realise how much stuff there was until going through it like this. And I'm surrounded. I don't think I'm going to be able to move. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. There'll be a few more in the next few weeks of other stuff. Let's hope that it's more than what I've got this time, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing every time we do a video. So peace out. Take care of yourselves. Let me know what you're collecting. Let me know what you're after. And we'll see you next time. Adios. Peace out.